What's up, guys? Today we're going to be looking at GRENINJA. GRENINJA is made by Jazwares, so this is actually a pretty awesome toy. This is actually part of this set of the Charizard that I unboxed. I will have a link to that video in the description down below. So first they did Charizard, then GRENINJA, recently Articuno, and now just currently released is Rayquaza. I'm currently still trying to find Rayquaza. Can't seem to find him anywhere, so definitely trying to find him. So yeah. So, let's go ahead and take a look at the front. At the front, we have GRENINJA right here. We have the open window. You can see the figure in the back. We have the Pokemon logo with Pikachu here. We have the Pokemon Select symbol. We have, right here it says articulated in 3 different languages. Then we have the name GRENINJA, also a name GRENINJA in another language. On the side, we have another print of GRENINJA, Pokemon with Pikachu. And on the back, it's the 4 that come in the set. So, same thing on the side with GRENINJA. Alright, so let's go ahead and open this and take a closer look at the figure and some of the accessories that come with it. It looks like it's only 2 accessories, which is his 2 water shurikens, I think I'm saying it, or throwing stars. Not sure what they're called, but yeah. So let's go ahead and open it and take a look. Okay, so now we have him out of the box. First thing off, I immediately see that he is very loose. I mean, just completely floppy loose. His legs and his hands, like, very loose. He does have a good feel to him. He has good weight. His head is very heavy, so he does feel pretty top heavy, especially with this. Pulls him back a bit. But his legs are very, very loose. I tried standing him up and he just instantly collapsed. Yeah, it's very super loose. Yeah, I stand him up and just instantly just collapse. His legs fold out. Luckily enough, they provide a stand for him that will hold him up. See, right here in his back, this will go into his back and hold him up. So that way he can be able to stand on the stand. That would be better. So, let's go ahead and take a look at the accessories. So we got the stand that comes with it. Also, we have these 2 like water shurikens or throwing stars, whatever they're called. But yeah, so we have these 2. Let's go ahead and take a look at these. These look really cool with the stripes through it to give it that like water effect. You can't just have it the one color, because no matter what, for some reason, water will kind of bubble and foam up as it goes. So it gives it that foam bubble water look to it. So that's really cool. So as you can see right here, there we go. You got these little nicks. This will slide into the holes inside of his hand right here. So yeah, so it comes with 2 of those and the stand I just showed. So let's take a look at the actual figure. So we have the head sculpt. The head sculpt looks really good. Just a twisting rotation, that's it. The thing in the back here is like ninja scarf that goes around his face. You got twisting rotation here. It does not go back and forth. Like this part does not go back and forth, but we do have a twisting rotation here, twisting rotation right here on this part, another one halfway through, and then one for the tip. And then over here on below it, the shoulders right here has a full rotation. So as you can see, he can do the full T-pose. He can actually bring his hands up and over his head. And then he has his elbow. Looks like it's a double jointed elbow. Yep, double jointed elbow. So he has double jointed elbows, and then he has only rotation. Not much movement other than that than just rotation on the wrists. Right here he has a pretty good movement of his hips, so that's really good. Not too much movement in the thighs though, like his legs don't open too much. He's got rotation here right below the knees. Small bending movement in the knees, not too much. He's got full rotation and bending back and forth in the ankles and feet. And that's it. Like most of his articulation is in this right here. Like that's like a lot of articulation. So it's showing off about how there's so many points of articulation when majority of it is in this thing. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 points of articulation just in this alone. So, I mean, you can't really talk about how much articulation when a lot of it's just in that. So then let's go ahead and look at the different paint and how it looks. To be honest with this one, the paint isn't the best, especially along the tops right here. If you can kind of go a little closer, you can see like right here isn't too good, along right here isn't too good. The painting along here isn't very well done. His hand, you can see some issues right here. Like, this is one of the worst ones I've seen in a while. You can see some like cracks right here in his arm. Get close in there if you guys can see that. Yeah, you can see it right there. Yeah, it's just the paint on this does not look good, and you got some issues right here. I feel like this could have been a lot better, especially with how big Greninja's getting due to, you know, Ash's Greninja in the show. What this one's based off of, because I mean, this isn't just a basic Greninja. I feel like this is based off of Ash's Greninja. I think that's the only reason they made this, is because, you know, Ash's Greninja was so awesome. That's what made this, you know, character. Because if not, Greninja would just wouldn't have been, you know, basic. I mean, you don't see like Venusaur going around like crazy, like, oh, Venusaur is meh. But if I think it's because of Ash's Greninja, that's why this one is so big. That's why they made the character. But like, it's upsetting just the way it looks so much, has so much potential. And this is just so loose. Spin it around. I just wish it wasn't so loose, you know? That's really what's getting to me. It's very loose. But all in all, it has good movement, but I mean, look, his leg just turned around, and I didn't even touch it. I was just messing with up here. So the joints are loose. The paint job's not that good, but yeah, I don't know. I would say pass on this one. If you want to use it for like poses and different stuff, or if you're like a photographer for Pokemon, I would say pass on it and maybe wait until they come out with a different one, or maybe it's just this one happened to be loose, and maybe other ones that you get aren't. But I would say just pass on this one and wait until the Articuno and the Rayquaza come out. But definitely get the Charizard. I think the Charizard out of those were the best. I haven't picked up the Articuno or Rayquaza yet. I can't say on those yet, but I know for sure pick up the Charizard. The Charizard is amazing. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and set him up on the stand with his throwing stars and stuff, and we'll see how he looks with that. Okay, so we have him on there with the stars. He actually does look pretty good, but like I said, he has to be on the stand just to stand, and I was having a hard time keeping this arm up. It kept just wanting to drop. See, I barely touched it, and it just completely dropped. So his joints are really loose. Once I get them up above, you know, where gravity doesn't really have too much of a pull on it, it'll stay. But one little touch from it, and there it goes. So it is really hard to keep them posed in one area. This one's not loose at all. This one is. So I just wish the joints weren't that loose. Like I said, I might be just the one figure that I got. I happen to grab one of the loose ones. But there's a chance all of the Greninja figures are this loose. In my opinion, I wouldn't take the chance. I don't recommend picking up this figure. I'd say skip this one unless you're a huge Greninja fan or you absolutely need it for like a set that you're doing or something, if you're, you know, a toy photographer or any of that. But other than that, I'd say skip it and definitely pick up the Charizard or the Rayquaza, because like I said, I haven't gotten those yet either, but I know for sure that Charizard is amazing. No, nothing loose. Everything on it is just perfect. So yeah, I definitely would say go ahead and pass on this one and wait and get the Articuno, Rayquaza, or Charizard, because this is just, the paint's bad. You can see little dots and splotches along the inside of the eye. You can see other issues and scratches. You can see cracks and heat points right here where it got too hot. You can tell it was too hot when it was being made in the mold. His arm, like I said, once you get past that certain spot, it just drops on its own. So the joints are extremely loose. If you move him around, his legs will just kind of flop. So I mean, he's very loose. Like I said, I definitely say skip this one and go and get for Rayquaza, Articuno, and Charizard are your best bet. So yeah, that is my review of the Greninja figure from Jazwares. If you guys want to see more reviews, be sure to check out my other my other videos. Sorry, and also check the description down below. I'll have that Charizard video for you in there too. And if you guys do want to pick this up and you can't seem to find it, I will try to find a link for you guys to be able to pick it up. I believe these are Target exclusives because they're only places I found them. I haven't seen them on any online stores or Walmart or anywhere else. So, if by chance you do want to pick them up because you're a hardcore Greninja fan or you need him for like certain props you want to do if you're a photographer, I'll have a link below. But in my opinion, I'd say pass on this figure. So, I'll see you guys in the next video, and until next time.